Hey everyone, Gill Gross here, and it is time for a preview of the 2022 Miami final between Carlos Alcaraz and Casper Ruud. Congratulations to both, a pair of first-time finalists at the Masters 1000 level. For Ruud, it's pretty funny that it comes on a hard court after reaching numerous Masters 1000 semifinals on his preferred surface of clay. It's really been quite the turnaround for Ruud on hard court since the summer of last season. And for Alcaraz, he makes his first Masters 1000 final at the same tournament that Nadal did it in 2005 at the Miami Open. That was Rafa's first Masters 1000 final. He ended up losing that tremendous match to Roger Federer and winning Monte Carlo a couple of weeks later. So let's see how it goes this time. This will also give me a chance to briefly cover their respective semifinals. I'll do that, plus a preview of the final after a shout out to PlayYourCourt. PlayYourCourt is the place to go if you're looking for a local coach, practice partner, or match. The number one reason people quit tennis is because they can't find anyone to play with. That is silly, and I don't want it to happen to you. So I have arranged a special 50% discount to join the PlayYourCourt community. The link is in the description, playyourcourt.com/Gill Gross, 50% off to join PlayYourCourt. Let me start with this Alcaraz Hurkacz semifinal. Hurkacz being the defending champion, tremendous record in Miami and Florida overall. And Hurkacz with an exquisite serving performance here, much better than Alcaraz on the first serve. And the first serve's unreturned numbers were not even close. Hurkacz, 54% of his serves unreturned. Alcaraz, 15% of his serves unreturned. I believe that's first serves unreturned, to be specific. So you could see a huge gap there, and it felt like whenever Hubie needed a clutch first serve, it was there. I also thought that Hurkacz was doing a relatively good job of staying on top of the points, getting to net, and finishing when those returns came back. So it was a pretty dominant serving effort by Hurkacz, but Alcaraz was just so much better, expectedly, from the baseline. And as a result, we didn't get a lot of breaks of serve. It came down to, of course, 2 tie breaks. So what happened in crunch time? 2 things happened. First thing, Alcaraz used the drop shot in the clutch. And that is something that we're noticing as a wrinkle in Alcaraz's game. Not only does he go to the drop shot, does he have great efficiency with it, 11 for 16, points won in this match, so he does use it a lot, but he uses it even more. He ramps up the frequency under pressure. When the moments are crucial, that is when he uses the drop shot more, which makes a lot of sense. It's his most efficient weapon. The more you use something, the more you do something, the less surprising it becomes and the less effective it becomes. So Carlos saves that drop shot, which is really his most efficient finisher, his best finishing weapon. He saves it for when he needs it. He used it on the only break point of the first set, saved it with a drop shot. 5-all in the tiebreak, wins it on his serve with the drop shot, and then 15-30 in the second set at 5-all. What felt like a really important point, another big point won by the drop shot. On the other side of the coin, the Hurkacz forehand. It kills me, guys. The Hurkacz forehand takes my soul because it is just, you never know when it's going to let Hubie down. And in this match overall, he made 4 winners to 20 unforced errors on the forehand. Missed a forehand in the first set tiebreak. He was up 5-3, and he missed an easy and simple one. He missed an easy and simple one at 1-all in the second set tiebreak too. He missed another at 5-4 in the first set tiebreak. It let him down, and it happens all the time. And again, it's the shot that really needs to be shored up for Hubie. As for the other semifinal, I'm going to keep it a little bit shorter for this one because it wasn't the most interesting match I've ever seen. Ruud with a massive serving edge over Francisco Cerundolo. And congratulations for Francisco for just an incredible, unexpected run. A quarter that looked to be wide open. And Cerundolo had a good run, although Sinner retired in the quarterfinal match. He was able to get through Gael Monfils comprehensively and then won a tough 3-setter against Tiafoe. But he did look outclassed against Casper Ruud. Ruud with a big, I'd say, early point edge using the serve and the forehand where, I mean, Cerundolo just, he doesn't get anything out of his serve. And it's incredible that he went as deep as he did without really a serve that can do any damage against a quality returner. So Ruud with a big edge in the 0-8 rallies, actually lost the 9+ rallies, really, I believe 10-3, so pretty easily. But, I mean, Ruud just gets so much more and won the serve return battle really easily. And he was also the more focused and steady player when it comes to on serve. Cerundolo had a couple of hiccups, and Ruud played a very focused match. He handled the pressure. He was the favorite coming in, and that was good. So without further ado, let's get to previewing this final. I believe the most important dynamic in the match will be the way Alcaraz may be able to take advantage of Ruud's backhand in rally. I see this happening in two ways. First of all, attacking Ruud's backhand directly with pace, so going offensively into the backhand. Casper has a bit of a long swing, and when the ball's coming really hard and fast, and when players are able to take time away and hit with a lot of ground stroke speed, sometimes Ruud's backhand can look very, very rushed if he tries to hit over it. If not, he goes to a slice that is generally a bit of a floating slice, an attackable ball. So I feel like Ruud's backhand defense is not dynamite. It's not terrible, but it's not dynamite, and I do think that Alcaraz is going to look to attack to that side. However, I think the far bigger problem for Ruud is going to be how Alcaraz trades to that side. We're talking about a safer shot that isn't meant to do damage straight away, but just a probing shot on the backhand. Ruud's backhand is a shot that has a lot of topspin, but sometimes it sits up, and it's a little bit on the slow side, and if it's short and an opponent is comfortable attacking with the backhand, I just feel like Alcaraz, when he trades to the Ruud backhand, is going to find balls to attack, going to find balls to take early and very, very hard with his backhand down the line, going to find balls that he's going to be able to run around and rip with the forehand. I just don't love Ruud's ability to protect that side in neutral trading. Same thing we saw with Stefanos Tsitsipas in the quarterfinal, with Alcaraz just finding that advantage with the kind of unbalanced baseliner that Tsitsipas is and that Ruud is. You know, they are forehand-centric baseliners, and I kind of think that Alcaraz might eat Ruud's backhand for lunch in this match. I do think that's a possibility. The second thing that I wonder is Ruud's return good enough to do more than neutral? Ruud's return on hard court, it's a bit of a question mark at times. He had a lot of trouble with Nick Kyrgios' serve at Indian Wells. But for Alcaraz, it's nothing like Nick Kyrgios' serve. And it's a question of how is he going to hit that return? Against a lot of players, he's able to get to neutral on return, which is a fine goal, and that's okay. He chips his forehand return. Again, against a lot of players, that's fine, that's good. There's a lot of players who could actually learn from Casper and chip more returns on the forehand. Alcaraz, though, is an incredible generator of pace. And I have seen him this week especially attack low-pace balls on the forehand side so well. To the point where, man, I don't know if he can just serve safe to Ruud's forehand and Ruud is going to block the forehand return like he usually does. To me, that's trouble. That's big trouble for Casper. I think he needs to take a rip, and if he needs to move back in order to take rips at the forehand return, then I think he should do that. The backhand return, on the other hand, Ruud generally does hit over it. Now, sometimes it's not a rock-solid return. And, you know, we'll see how it is. But that's a return that Ruud does hit over. I think it's actually, it misses more than his forehand return, but it's also can be a little bit more attacking because it's not a block. It's a drive. So that's something to watch out for. You know, Alcaraz, again, his greatest weakness is his spot serving. But is Ruud the returner to take advantage of that in a way that I think some others would be? And I don't think he is. I don't think he is. Let's see. Now, as for Casper, you know, what can he do if this match goes as well as it can for him? Well, he's made huge strides on his serve, and that's why his results have picked up so much in 2021 and here in 2022. He's been excellent. His hold percentage is awesome. That serve is really good. It's underrated at this point in time. People don't give it enough credit because it's gotten so much better so quickly. And as a result, he hits a lot of first ball forehands. As a result, Casper Ruud has a chance to not hit a lot of backhands at all in his service games. And if he's able to hit his spots on serve and make a high percentage of first serves, and then have a very efficient day attacking that first ball forehand, he's going to hold a lot. He's going to hold a lot, and we know that Alcaraz gives you a chance on return to play a lot of rallies. So, you know, can Ruud play a lot of kind of serve plus one, maybe hit 30 to 40% first serves on return, maybe 35% first serves on return, play a lot of first ball forehands, be really ruthless and efficient on that first ball, and not have to hit a lot of backhands on his service games, not have to hit a lot of second serves on his service games. That is his path to victory, in my opinion. A very efficient, ruthless day on the forehand combined with a high first serve percentage. On the second serve, I believe Carlos should move up, take it early, and try to rush Ruud. Against Hurkacz, he was moving back, which I thought was a good play against Hubert to try to kind of make him come up with something off the ground and make him uncomfortable on his forehand side, which he did. But against Ruud, I think Carlos should move up and take it early on the second serve return. Let's see what he does. I want to end with the mental side. Ruud has looked very human in a lot of these big matches. Hasn't always put together great performances in these Masters 1000 semifinals until yesterday. His results in majors are not as good as his results in best of three, which is not a fitness thing. I just think it's been the pressure that he puts on himself. So Ruud has been, again, susceptible to nerves. Alcaraz, I've seen him a couple of times a little bit too pumped up, but he's been so good in the last 3 weeks, Indian Wells and Miami. And he never really seems nervous, never plays nervous. So I'm thinking Carlos gets off to a better start than Casper here, and I'm not concerned with Alcaraz's ability to close. I am moderately concerned, if it comes to that, about Ruud's ability to close. All that said, I am finding it difficult to see ways that Ruud wins this match. My pick is Alcaraz in 2. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time.